Welcome everybody to Around the Country for episode 7. Oh, sorry, 5. Sorry about the light. It's just it's wrong. But yeah, this is for the previews for Randwick and Doomben and a couple of races at Morfordville. I wasn't able to get the Belmont form done. And the races that I missed at Morfordville, all those tips are going to be up on my channel. Sorry, no, up on the Twitter tomorrow morning. But I'm very excited because I'm very keen on a couple of runners in Sydney and in Brisbane, and very keen on a couple in Morphettville as well. But let's get into the racing and let's find out who I like as winning perspectives. Now, I've just got the my tips on my phone here, so just give me a minute. I know how I've tipped, but I just got to check this. All right, give me 10 seconds. Here we go. It's coming up now. Okay, so I'll start at the Valley. I'll go over my Valley tips again just to give you a bit more insight with them. So race 1, I've actually tipped on top. I actually like Daguila. I like Daguila. Well, it's simple that I just think he's going to win because he was very brave last start in where Billy Egan took him forward, and he proved that he can take a sit. But then he was just tiring late where he's a shocker and Mankind were the ones that got the drop on him. And, he was very, very brave and short field, where a lot of the others don't. Mr. Pickwick's, I think, only second up. Mohican Heights is third up and has a good record third up, but he's going to have to show something. I mean, he's a big improver, but he's going to have to do it for me to, have anything on him or anything like that. And then the others just aren't good enough. So he picks himself Daguila in the first. So I think if you want to go into him with confidence because he is going to be definitely winning. And I'm very confident about that fact. Very confident that he can get up and start the day on a winning note. Race 2, I've put Keysborough, and that's because obviously grandson of Black Caviar. And like I said in my preview, I think that it's a very, very winnable race for the horse because he is on debut. But look, when you've got Black Caviar in the in your breeding, or a horse by Black Caviar in your breeding, we all know how much of a good horse Black Caviar was, and she was just, she was a superstar, 25 from 25, and the Hawks team, they haven't planned anything past Keysborough's run on Saturday, so that gives me a bit more confidence. Craig Williams to ride. He's riding outstandingly at the moment. He rode 4 winners last weekend, and he proved he was pretty good on the double price winners as well, riding, I think, 2 double price winners. Keys runs top. Alpha One, look, he can win, but I just think he's just too short. I really think Alpha One's too short. Epic Center, I'm going to be excited to see how he's come back and Mogulist over the odds, way over the odds at $81. I personally assessed him as probably a $31, $34 chance. So at $81, I'm going to it'd be more of a place play than a winning play, but definitely going to be having a place bet on Mogulist. Race 3, Written Swoosh, just back with absolute confidence. It'll win. Debut run, Caulfield behind Miss Rosiano, held up, no luck. And to take ground off Miss Rosiano late, where Miss Rosiano had the run on the fence and Written Swoosh had no luck. Look, I'm saying it now, it's short, but you need to back it with confidence because I think it's honestly going to bolt in. Bistro, obviously for second Varvia, they can run well, but not as winning chance as Written Swoosh, and Tanto is over the odds at 17s. Now, race 4, I've put Rock Up on top, and I've actually, because I study the markets prior, after I put my tips up and to assess if horses gone out, come in, and I'm actually surprised at this, that Rock Up's actually drifted, because I agree he was disappointing last start, but, you only have to, you just look at the runs he produced prior. I mean, he was behind Texas T, where he was unlucky and he still ran on and got second. And yes, he might have been disappointing last start, but that was over a further extended trip than this is, and he comes back in distance. Billy Egan's decided to ride Rock Up over Matthew. Look, I still think Paddy Payne's going to win the race, but I'm just going to take Rock Up. I think he's a class horse. I'm not saying he's group company, but I think he's definitely a very, very classy horse. Freedom Escape ran on well from the back behind. Ran on well from the back last out at Flemington behind Thalassophile, who was scratched from Sydney, who is going to be running at the Valley. So I'm not sure which race he is in, but he's going to be a chance if you like him. Matthew for third, obviously, I think he's too short. He was too short when they were backing 460. He's getting out now, so he could be a bet if he gets out anymore. And Far Flung, horse coming into the city for the first time, so not that keen, to be honest. Raja in race 5, Jamie Carr got on the horse last start and absolutely bolted in, and I think can repeat the dose because first run over the 2,400 meters last start, J Carr on, bolted in at the centre, and that was a big track, and I can't see going to the Valley being any issue because this horse is going to be either leading or one out, one back, or settling in a forward position and can get the drop on the leader and win. Mimi's Award, unlucky, its past couple, and coming back in distance is going to help its chances. Farrago can stay, but it's got to prove him. Well, it has proved himself at the city level. I mean, he ran third last week at Caulfield, so I'm not dismissing him, but I'm not backing him either. So it's probably on the fence about Farrago and lured Boozer on. I think he's over the odds considering he ran second last weekend at Morfordville. But if we'd have known that he was coming to Melbourne, you'd probably wanted him to win at Morfordville last start and then come to Melbourne. But he's come to Melbourne off a second. That's probably why you're getting a good price of $15. So each way chance if you like him. Race 6, another one of them that are just simply going to win, and that's American Angel. I would have loved to see Jamie Carr on this horse, but you're not. You're getting D-Lane, no disadvantage. Well, I mean, obviously there's a disadvantage because Jamie Carr's a superstar. And I'm not saying D-Lane isn't, but he's a very good jockey. Very good jockey, Damian Lane, and I think he's going to go very, very well, and I think he's going to be winning it. Pitchinun was the emergency. I'm not too sure if she still is or if she's in the field. I'm pretty sure that she's in the field. But very, very good chance. I think it's going to be going very, very well. Thalassophile, as I said, good chance. And it's true. Good chance also. But I like American Angel. I think it's just simply going to win. Race 7, Set the Profit, Jimmy the Bear, Umgoa, El Cordobes. I'm going to explain why I've put Set the Profit on top. Anthony and Sam Freeman, Jamie Carr, multiple winner. And look, Jimmy the Bear is a very, very, very good horse. And I've been on him a couple of times when he's been paying big money. He's been constantly paying $10, $13, $15 even. The markets always let you on with Jimmy the Bear. But what I'm saying now is I don't think he's too short. I still think he's a good price. But I think that Set the Profits, put the runs on the board, coming to Melbourne. They went down to South Australia last start for an easy kill, and they got it. It was a very easy win, and it looked like the horse was doing it effortlessly. And on the back of that gets Jamie Carr on, good draw, good weight. I really like Set the Profit, so I think it'll be winning. Jimmy the Bear, good chance. Umgawa, seen the 1,600 meters once, and it was on a bog track at Sandown, and no doubt probably the firmer footing. It's still going to be in the soft range, but it's still going to be firmer footing. El Cordobes, I was on him last start. I tipped him last start at Flemington. He was disappointing, but that was because he was such a long, sustained ride from the front. He did tire late, but that was because the wind was up at Flemington that day, and he was facing the breeze most of the way into the straight. Race 8, like I've said, Chief Al Tony, just back with extreme confidence. He ran in Sydney. It was a very, very good run in Sydney, and it Julie absolutely bolted in and should be bolting in here again. Taverdance for Jamie Carr is the only danger, and Smoke and Romans in too close on. Smoke and Romans is first up. He's got a big spring ahead of him, and I don't think they're going to want to push him first go out this distance, so they're probably going to just ride him for probably some luck, and he'll be finishing well, but is he Is there an intention to win first up over this distance? I mean, the distance is too short, so I don't think that there's an intent. But then again, you need to start a horse off somewhere. So this is the perfect kickoff point for him. Looking for him later in the spring, and I think he's going to be a very, very good horse down in this later on in the spring. And Too Close to Sun at $21. I could entertain him because he's got a very good record overall. He's got a very good overall record being at the stage of his preparation, but he'd be wanting to show me something first. But then again, he did run third behind Persan and Irish Flame at Moonee Valley. It was beginning of last year. It was the day All-Star Mile Day last year. It was All-Star Mile Day of last year. I think it was race 3 or 4. And it was a very good performance. And I think it was paying a fair bit that day too. But yeah, it was a good run. And in the last, I couldn't get the favourites home rule. Look, if you're on him, tear up your ticket now because he's got no hope. I don't think he's going to win. I'm not keen on him at all. I don't think he's going to win. I don't think he'll even finish top 3. I'd be surprised. I'll be surprised if he finishes top 4, to be honest. No. I mean, the market likes him, so you got to respect what the market does and what they like. But no, not for me. Not for me, home run on the last. I went with Hello Broadcast for simply one reason. He won in this class of race last time out, 1,200 meters at Sandown. He doesn't go up in grade, but he does go slightly up in weight. So you got to take that in. But they've acknowledged that they've got the weight and they've got Logan McNeil to ride it. Now, I just hope that Clint Hutchison and Matty Hill that are in the ownership group have got their brains on this time and put some money on him. Now that he's paying $10, they're considering last time he was at a big price and they missed it. I think they can put some money on this horse and go really, really well. Because I think he's going to win. I think he's over the odds at $9.50. Look, he's probably a $6.50, $6.50 chance, but not at $9.50. $9.50, that's a big enough odds to have me on. Hussein and Soldicar. Hussein just needs to, he needs another win. He needs to show something to us. And I don't think he's good enough anymore. I think he's gone. I don't think he can reproduce it. I think Soldicar scratched or the other one there. And now we get into the actual around the country. So I just wanted to go over them from my tips at the Valley just to give you more of an insight on that. But now we get into the around the country. So race 1, Rosehill Gardens. This is it. Here we go. So Country. I cannot see this horse being beaten. I'm very keen on So Country's chances. I really can't see this horse being beaten. $5.50. It's a very, very, very good price. Look, I really only think that there's 2 chances in the race, So Country and Sarah Valley. And the reason why I went So Country is because it beat Sarah Valley last start in a highway race. I'm pretty sure it was at Rosehill. But look, those are the only 2 chances. Number 3, So Country, and number 13, Sarah Valley. And for exotic players, I've got number 11, Zaru, at $34. I think he's going to run a brilliant race. I really think that this horse can finish top 3. I don't know what he's paying the place, but get on because he's going to run a cracking race. Zaru at $34. And I've got number 10, Smiler Marshall, for number 4th at $26 because my best friend's last name is Marshall. So I just thought I'd put that in as a bit of a see how it goes. And he can run top 4, but you'll be probably wanting him to be running 4th. Probably best he can do. Race 2, very good 2-year-old race. There's soon to be 3-year-olds, of course. The 2-year-old season's nearly ended. The new 2-year-olds will be coming through soon. I found it very hard to split 2 horses here, and they were Voldemort for J-Mac and Annabelle and Salarsal for Tommy Berry and Pyramid Porcelain. I'm pretty sure Tommy Berry's running this horse. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, Pyramid Porcelain. Voldemort ran in good races last campaign. He's got a group placing to his name, and that's going to help him immensely. And did win his maiden by big space, and does have J-Mac on. So I've got I've got Voldemort slightly by about an inch on top. But honestly, there's nothing splitting these two. I mean, you're getting good money about Salazzle and Voldemort. So you can back at both if you like them. But I've got Voldemort on top at $6, just barely above Salazzle because ran a really good race running on from the back last start behind Giga Kick at Flemington. And Peter and Paul Snow took the horse down to Flemington, for its debut. And, was big odds that day and didn't run up to the odds. He actually ran really well. So I'm very keen to see how Salazzle goes here. $10 is over the odds if you like it. I do think it's over the odds at $10. Sweet Ride for third, $6. It can win, but I think it's had enough chance. Well, it has won in the past, but look, I think it's had its chance to stape itself as a good, advertise it's a good horse. He is a good horse, but every horse is a good horse, but they've got to show it. They've got to show their potential on the racetrack, and I don't think to this point he has yet. So I'm happy to be against him. My fourth selection is number 13, Opel Ridge at $8 in the second at Rosehill. So race 3, we go now at Rosehill. And I like Barticelli here. I'm really, really keen on this horse. I'm confident he can win. Now, I'm going to confess, no, I've done my form for Randwick on a heavy track because, look, that's what the autumn was on. I highly, last time they were in, or a couple of weeks back, Randwick was abandoned because of very, very heavy rain. So I really don't think that they're going to get into the soft range. I mean, maybe soft 7 if they're lucky, but, I've done my form heavy 8, 9, playing around that range. So, yeah, Barticelli for me. Yeah, yes, you will be able to watch the replay. I've put it up that you will be able to watch this replay later on. But anyway, back onto the tips. So Barticelli, very good on heavy ground. Very, very effective on the ground. Ground's not going to be an issue. In a race where there's not really good form, okay, I'll just read you my first four. So Barticelli, contributing factor, Sequan, and Bel-Espoir. That's my first 4. So 7, 4, 1, 8 is my first 4 if you were interested. But look, Barticelli, he's got the form. He's open short. It's not short. He's at $5, so you can still make money. It's not like a $1.95 favorite, $1.50 chance. And I'm not saying he should be, but I think he's going to win. He's at a good price to win, and I think he can win. Contributing factor for a second. Look, it was just a factor of Barticelli wins. Who makes up the first 4? Contributing factors: Sequan, Bel-Espoir. Sequan's probably the one that I can see running second, and he's probably your Quinella horse if you like him. But look, Barticelli wins, and whatever runs second and third, I can only advise it's probably going to be a Sequan or contributing factor or Bel-Espoir. But look, I think Barticelli's going to win. Very confident. Race 4 is a staying trip of the 2,400 meters. And I'm very keen here on Yggdrasil. He will handle the wet track. He proved that under Willie Pike at Rosehill last start when he won. Very good win, very good ride. And I think if Willie Pike produces the same ride on this horse, is going to be very, very competitive. And I think he's just going to storm right over the top of these and just simply win. I think it's going to be very, very competitive, and we'll be winning. And at $6.50, you're getting a good price to find out. At $6.50, good price. Get on. Narrated is obviously the form horse, but he's too short at $3.90. I couldn't really get him that short. I couldn't get him that short, like I said, and under the odds for mine at $3.90. Now, Monster Felicity, I can't believe that you're getting $14. It was a very good win last start. Very good win last start, and is over the odds of $14. And Tinny Winnie is a good chance, but not on heavy ground. I would want to see the horse on soft or good ground for him to be any kind of hope of winning, but not on heavy for mine. But Yggdrasil in the fourth, very confident. Race number 5. I think we can all agree that this is a one-horse race, and that's Shades of Rose. Look, was very unlucky not to win its last start, and prior to that, it bucked. So it started short price favourite its last 2, bucked, unlucky, presented to win, bowled over by a swooper. But look, Shades of Rose will be winning here. I'll be honestly surprised if anything beats it. Shades of Rose and Petulant are going to be the exacta horses. I think they're the only 2 you really want in the race, and particularly my advice would be go big, Shades of Rose, Saver, Petulant. That would be my advice, but my money is going to be on Shades of Rose, so I'm confident she can win. Petulant for second, Willie Pike, Hawks team, need I say much more because they're very good combination. French Marine for fourth, $12 I think is over the odds. Is going to love the drop in class that he's got here, and I think it's a very good chance. And Ruby Kisses is for fourth at $21. But Shades of Rose, very confident he can take this out and break its unlucky run. Very, very confident that will be occurring. Race 6, hard race. Very, very hard race, this one. I've actually settled on Kanazawa here for the Blue Jackets, for the Godolphin team, and I'm very confident this horse can win. The 4.6 is a good price. I think that it should be the outright favourite. I don't think Calino, who is Calino, who is my second selection, should be anywhere near it at 460. I'd mark that probably around 550, so under the odds for my Calino. Pizarro is going to run a really good race, but just needs another win. He's been running second, so being a bit of a you can only label a horse unlucky most of the thing. You can only label a horse unlucky so many times before it becomes a pony that he just keeps running placings and doesn't win, because that's what happened with Port Louis. I mean, he kept running really good races, but just couldn't win it, and then he finally cracked his maiden. And, pardon me, Riverbrook over the odds at $34, but Kanazawa pretty keen, race 6. Race 7, one-horse race again here. Hugh Bowman, Wicklow, the import. I think it's going to win. It's short, but definitely think that this horse is just going to be too strong for these. He's going to be midfield, forward to midfield. So he's going to be in a good position anyway. So definitely think he can finish over the top. And then Kirkby for second. Good chance, $8. Phillipsburg is going to love the wet ground. And Dr. Evil at $14 is my fourth selection. But just back Wicklow with confidence. You'll be getting your money here. Race 7, Wicklow. Race 8, the Listed Challenge Stakes. So the Listed Winter Challenge Stakes. I'm with Crosstalk. Look, this horse is an absolute wet tracker. Loves it in these conditions. And look, the market's really only identified 2 chances, Crosstalk and Jojo Was a Man. Now, Jojo Was a Man, yes, he's on the way up, but Crosstalk's got the runs and wins on the board, and he's a very, very good horse, Crosstalk, and I think he can. Look, I think Crosstalk is stakes company class. I don't think Jojo Was a Man is, so that's why I'm having the Crosstalk on top. So Crosstalk on top, Jojo Was a Man for second, good chance, going to relish the conditions. Gold Trip, finally having his Australian debut from being scratched from the Cox, being ruled out of the Cox Plate vet issue. Then wasn't run last week because it was a washout in Sydney. Gets his run for his Australian debut. I think he's very, very good here. I think he's one of the main chances. He's a horse that's proved himself over this. He's a proven horse. I don't think he can win, but I want to see him as a sweeping performance, a run-on performance, a good performance from this horse, because by all means he could be aimed at the Cox Plate of this year. He's a good horse, and off his replays, what I've seen of the horse overseas is a very, very good horse. Monocle over the odds at $51, my fourth selection. Race number 9 is, I'm going with Siege here. And I'll tell you why. Well, Easy Single's a favourite. False favourite, may I say that to begin with. Siege beat Easy Single couple of runs back, going back to the inside and bolting home. Now, Siege last start on his first go on heavy ground. You can remember it was his first go on heavy ground. Carried 60.5 kilos. Now he drops down to a very low weight, gets a good jockey on, and you're getting 460. Can I ask you punters a question? Why? When He beat the favourite in Easy Single. Yeah, Easy Single's a good chance, but he beat Easy Single comfortably when they clashed a couple of starts ago. And now he gets less weight than Easy Single, and you're going to get better price for a Siege. Just market's wrong in my opinion. Enchanted Heart, I think, is a very good chance of knocking them both off, actually. I think that Enchanted Heart is still a winning chance. And Rocketing By at 850, my fourth selection. But I think Siege can take out race 9. I'm confident, but I'm wary of Easy Single. I'm worried that Easy Single on a lightweight is a very good horse, but still, the fact that Siege beat Easy Single last start is so that's swaying me. So I think Siege race 9 back with confidence. I think it'll be winning. Race number 10. Now this track's going to be quite chopped out at this stage. So you want a horse that's going to either A, handle the conditions, or B, going to be out of trouble. I think my top 2 selections are going to be doing both. I'm with Sir Lemur. Beat every horse on a bog track not a bog track, but still a very, very wet track at Rosehill last start, and was only defeated by Frumos, who is a very, very good horse, 3 from 3 for the camp. And I think it's a very, very, I think Frumos is a Group 1 horse, to be honest. Off that win, it was a massive, massive win, and it's just definitely a good horse. Well, prove that. And I think Sir Lemur, it was a very good performance to run second. And the Quinella on that race spaced the others. So Sir Lemur on top. And the one that's going to be leading out of trouble is Titanium Power. And at $5, I think the market's really accounted in the fact of that price that he's going to be out in front, that they're going to leave him alone. They're going to give him an easy lead. And he could kick and be very hard to beat. So Titanium Power for second. Neroni was a good last start winner at Sandown. Got to go up the Sydney, so got to go the other way, but we'll handle the heavy track. And Tafik last at $8 ran last Wednesday and won as the favourite, and I think there's a good chance to repeat the dose. Well, can win again here. But Sir Lemur for me in the last, quite confident he can get us out at Rosehill. Now we move on to Eagle Farm. Now I'm going to confess right now, done form on a good track, and I'm quite confident. Ragin in the first. If anybody backs C. Marie, you're an idiot, because I don't think C. Marie is going to even finish top 6. Put it like that. I'm not keen on C. Marie's chances. Has had enough chances. I was on her last start, and she had her chance. Yes, she was racing in higher grade races, but last start she had a chance to bounce back and didn't. I'm off her, can't win. Ragin on top, form horse, market likes it. Open around the same price. There's only 40 cents splitting him and C. Marie, and by the time they jump, he might even jump favourite. So Ragin on top for me. Cusco Lad for second. Got a couple of wins on the board, but coming to town for the first time. Like I said, C. Marie for third, and Windermere over the odds at $34. But I think Raging can start us off with a winner at Eagle Farm. Race number 2. A race that didn't really have a lot of form, in my opinion. But I've gone with Guan So. I think that this horse can win. It's got a couple of good runs on the board. It's one run second its past couple of starts. So I think it's going to be a very good chance of winning this. Southern Stock for second. Last time it was first up, it won at Doomben. I think it was paying $8, $9 a day. I was actually on track that day at Doomben, and it was a good win that day. Relucent for third. Going to run top 3, guaranteed $10 is over the odds. And Gillette Tai Panaziz at $34, my roughie for the race. But Quanso for me, race 2 at Eagle Farm. Race number 3, we got a very good race here. And I think Kieran Maher and David Eustace, don't underestimate recommendation, because Kieran Maher and David Eustace bring it, well, trainers, they're very elite trainers, gets Ryan Maloney in the saddle. And, senior jock on, 2 from 2, Kieran Maher, David Eustace. You've got a lot of factors in your favour for the horse to be winning. And I think this horse can win at $260. Could be shorter now. That's what I've got it on when I've done my tips. I think he can win, and I think it will win. I think it'll make it 3 from 3. Billionaire Baby for second, very good chance. Market likes it, respects it, 340. Robert Heathcote trains it. I'm not sure who's riding. I think it's Jimmy Orman or KWT, but one of the two of them are riding, and is a good chance. Hell of a dancer for third at 750, and Better Rain at 950. And I think Better Rain can run you a good race if you like a place prospect on that horse. But recommendation, race number 3 at Eagle Farm is the one I'm going with. Okay, we move on to race 4, one horse race. Oceanic Flash, been very competitive in Sydney. Comes to Brisbane, and I think can just simply win. It'll just simply win. Good horse. Look, 280. It's going to start. I reckon it'll start 230, $2, maybe even odds on the day. So my advice, if you like the horse, back it now because you're going to get a good price. I got on the horse at $3 and I backed it just before it got back into 280. So I'm happy I got onto that price and I think it's going to win. Endorphins for second. Ran second behind a very smart one last start where that horse bolted away and won quite well. And market respects it, can win, but look, it can win without me because I like Oceanic Flash. Montreal for third and Bump and Run at $19. My two, well, Montreal at 11, Bump and Run at Montreal at 11, Bump and Run at 19. My roughies for the race. But I'm with Oceanic Flash race 4, thinking you can absolutely bolt in at 280. Back it with confidence. Race number 5. Now, the next 3 races, I've put a 3-leg win multi on because I think they're all going to win, and I'm very, very confident. Huss on first. This horse won its trial, I think, by 5 or 6 lengths. Very, very good winner of its trial, and then produced it on race day. Bolted in. It wasn't as impressive as the trial, but still ran home well and did win. Very, very talented horse. Like another horse that did that a couple of weeks ago, Larrikin Rogue. Good trial, bolted on debut. And I think, look, there's the only horse the market really wants. It's a $3 favorite. It's going to start shorter. So if you like it, again, get on it now because it will shorten. Lime Soda, I think getting back onto a firmer footing that's going to really suit this horse. Just forgive it from its last start. It was wide. Nothing went right for it. And I'm willing to give this horse another chance because I'm very, very... I like this. I like Lime Soda. It's a good horse. Bon Cassie for third. $26 is over the odds. Consistent place getter. And, you know, he's a very, very good horse. And Barbary Royale at $34 over the odds. But Hustle on the first, race 5, get on and back it with confidence. Race number 6. The market's got this race as a 2-horse race. I've got it as a one-horse race, and that's Go Wanji. Look, Delight, yes, he's an improver. He's won his past couple of starts. He's a good horse, and I've been on him a couple of times, Delight. But look, the situation came up a couple of weeks ago with Ben Ascari in Melbourne where he had 2 horses where he was pretty keen on them. And when one of them was scratched, well, the other one became a sure thing. I wish that Delight and Go Wanji weren't clashing, but I think, look, I can see Go Wanji winning a Group 1. I don't know which Group 1, but I can see him winning a Group 1. I can't see Delight doing that. So I've got Go Wanji on top. He's 7 from 10, where Delight's only 3 from 6. Go Wanji's more consistent. He bolted in last up when he was first up, but he was a raging favourite and was expected to do so and absolutely trounced them like a good thing. And I think he can repeat the dose again and be very competitive here and win. Delight, obviously, for second. Market's got it the wrong way around. Go Wanji should be favourite and she should be the second favourite. But look, if you like either one of them, get on which one you like. But mine, Go Wanji. I think it'll be winning. And this race, my third selection, big shout out to my good friend who's got a share in this horse in Dusty Tycoon. He's part of my runners, which this horse is a part of trained by Rob Heathcote. $18 or $16? $18 over the odds. and I think he's going to run a real cracker here. And Plurocrat 51 always starts a big price and always runs a bad race, but you got to pick a first full prospective chance, and he's the one for mine. But go Wanji for mine. I think you can get the better of Delight in race 6 at Eagle Farm. Go Wanji. Race number 7. Very hard race, this one. Very, very hard. But I'm going to go with the horse that's going to go to the front and one last start from going to the front and bolting away from them. And that's Osamu. I think he can win again. Here. I'm very confident. It just simply wins. That's it. I'm just confident. Now, Goldsborough's a good horse. He's a very, very good horse. Ever so consistent. He's only missed a place once in his career, and he ran 6th that day. But I would prefer him on wetter ground. I would prefer him soft tracks, heavy ground. I would prefer him on wetter ground. Winside, firmer footing. Finally finds it. $13. Why? It shouldn't be that price. He should be a lot shorter than that. And he is over the odds Winside at $13. And Mischief Manager I've got for 4th at $10. But my plays for the race are Big Spend, Osamu the win, and the place on Winside. The move is a chance, but I thought first up, bit of a layoff. I was happy to be against. Look, the market likes it, but I've just got a couple better than him. I'm very keen on Osamu because he gets attacked. Look, he's going to have a tactical advantage over the move. The move's going to be midfield, and probably. Well, got a good jockey on, and he's going to get him out at the right time. But I'm happy to back him later in the campaign because that's where he does improve best. But Osamu for me, race 7, Eagle Farm, very confident. Race 8. Now we've got a Sydney sider here. Was a dual accepted for Sydney and here, and I'm so glad Jared Austin has brought this horse to Brisbane, and that looks like Elvis. Now, I don't look like Elvis. He was an absolute superstar. Neither does the horse. But, look, at $750, look, he's just got class. He's just got so much class. He's just, at $750, he shouldn't be that big. He's just got so much class on these. You know, he won in Melbourne over 1,400 metres. Went to the Winter Championship, 1,600 metres too far, bringing him back to the 1,400 metres. I'm expecting big improvement from this horse. I really think that this horse is a very, very good winning chance, and I'm very keen on this horse to win. So, yeah, looks like Elvis on top. Red Chase for second now. He is the pony for mine. He is the one that runs good races and always runs a place. Now, he was only narrowly denied last start by Tokariki Lad. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but only just denied by him. And can go on. He's a very good chance. And $8, he probably is over the odds, but he just needs to win. He just needs another win on his tally. Xenophobe been racing in some good races, good price $6, and Paladas at $4.60. Very happy to take him on. I've been on his past couple. He's been disappointing. I've sacked him. I don't think he can ever win again. I'm off Paladas, not keen whatsoever. Look, if you like him, get on. I mean, that's your opinion, but mine looks like Elvis. He's a proven Sydney horse. He's a proven Melbourne horse, and I think he can make himself stamp him in this race as handling Brisbane and being a good horse and a good thing here. And at $750, I like his odds. Race number 9, the last of the day. Short price favourite here in Manhood for Annabelle Neesham. Now, I couldn't possibly go against him. I couldn't possibly tip against him because, you know, he's won his past 2, winning him in fashionable style. $1.95. Do I want to take the price? No, I think it's too short. I want at least $2.20, $2.30 to back it. And look, I think he's going to get out to $2.10, $2.20 tomorrow. If you like him, I would say wait because I think the market's going to, he has to drift. They have to back some other horses. I think that actually, I found it. I'm going to be honest here. I spent at least 25 minutes. Now, my form generally only takes me probably 5 minutes a race because I generally go through and pick, the horse I think can win place perspective and then the roughie. That's how my first 4 works. The first 2 I think can win. 3rd horse plays, 4th horse is the roughie. That's how it always goes. But this race, As a tipster, I couldn't go against Manhood. Do I think he's beatable? Yes, I think he's very beatable. Do I think he should be $1.95? No, he should be bigger in price. And in saying that, I've got him on top, but I'm not going to back him. I'm backing Yes Dream. This horse last start of having disappointing performances on wet ground, got back on top of the ground, took the inside run for Larry Cassidy. I think he was paying $10 that day. He got me out of a lot of trouble, and I'm not jumping off him now, considering that you're getting $15 about this horse. 5 from 5 on top of the ground, 1 from 1 at Eagle Farm, 1 last start over this distance range. My bets for this race, probably, 25 to win, Yes Dream. 25 each way, Yes Dream, and something to savor on Manhood. Manhood's going to be my saver, but the main bet is going to be Yes Dream because I think he can win again on top of the ground. Great defense for 4th over the odds at 34, and Field Weary, $6.50 under the odds. Would want at least probably $10 to back Field Weary. He's a good horse, but I'd want more. Now we go to Morfordville. Now I'm going to be quite honest here. I've past this point, I only was able to do the form for Rosehill and Brisbane because I I worked this morning. I did a double shift this morning. So I was 6:30 till 10, and then 10 to 2:30. So I did that, and that was then I only got home and started my form 2:30. Then I had my mum's birthday this evening, so I didn't really get a lot of chance to do a lot of form on the Southern racing. But look, Belmont and Morphettville, my tips will be up as soon as I finish this video. Once I do the form, my form will be done tonight, and the video tips will be up then. And I'll go through the form that I have done for Morphettville. I've done race 1 and race 3. And let's get into it. Nashikato or Nashikido. I don't know how to say it, but look, it doesn't matter. It's going to win. Very impressive on debut. Todd Panel rode it on that occasion. Rides again here. 2:30, take it. It's going to be backed into at least $1.70, $1.60 tomorrow. So, or even probably tonight if the punters get on tonight. But I think it's got a very, very good winning chance. Fast Star for second is a good chance at $3.90. Northumbria, the Godolphin horse, Alana Kelly taking weight off. You see what I'm saying? Blue Jacket, $6.50. And Alpha Flight, $3.70 for my 4 selections. But a pretty keen Nashikato can take this out in race number 1, start us off with the winner. In race 3, I'm against Gate Crash. He has been unlucky last couple of starts, but look, he hasn't been seeming to handle heavy ground. Look, I'm not saying that he's going to it's going to be heavy at Morphettville. It's not going to be. It's going to be a good track. It's going to be a good soft 5, good 4. That's what I've done my form on. But I think so. Yeah, good. Eddie, great. That seems very good. Yes, Dream into Go Wanji. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't possibly take the look. My favorite's gonna be the saver in that race, but I think obviously Yes, Dream on top. Back to Morphettville. I've got Unique Artist on top, 1,800 meters. Philip Stokes. I think that this horse is going to knock off the favorite here. I think one of the SA tips is in. I think James Jordan was pretty keen in this horse. I haven't watched Get On SA. I've only watched Get On. I haven't watched Get On SA yet, but I'm going to be watching it once I start my form or do the rest of the form for Morfordville and for Belmont. But I'm pretty sure Unique Artist can win this. Very confident. 440 I do think is over the odds. And is a very, very good winning chance. Gate Crash for second. I couldn't possibly not have him prominent in my numbers, but I couldn't possibly tip him on top because he's been costly for us punters. And I don't know why you'd take the 230 again. Yes, he finds a winnable race, but I just simply can't take those odds. It's just poison. Those odds are poison for me. I want at least probably $6 to back him again. And you're not getting that. You're getting a third of that where, Unique Artist, he's got a win over he's won over 2,000 at Flemington. Unique Artist has won 2,000 at Flemington. So that, obviously, yes, he was in good form then, and he's probably petered out on his form now. But Morfordville, good track, good jockey on. enough to sway me to be putting him on top in front of Gatecrash. Son of a Siri. Now, the trainer, the McAvoys have played with his gear, and that looks like a good sign. $9. He's not, he hasn't been sending out a raging favourite in his last couple. I mean, he hasn't shown anything in a while. But I really think that if he could find his best form with the gear changes he's got, he can definitely turn it around. But not convinced he can. And get it out of the way. Ran well behind Alphonse and Yuri Royale last week. I think he ran fourth, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, ran fourth, but he was struggling a long way yet. But thank you for watching my first live video. I hate to end it here. I'm sorry I don't have more tips for you, but like I said, the rest of Morfordville and Belmont will be up on my channel. It'll be up on the Twitter page, Sky High Horse Racing. Just look that up. You'll find it. It'll be probably up tonight, if I'm going to be honest with you, because I'm going to finish Morfordville as soon as I finish the video and then do Belmont. So depends when I put them up, but definitely by tomorrow morning they'll be up so you can take a look at them. And I hope you've enjoyed my first live video. I think I've done pretty well for my first, and I'm hoping to continue. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you for that. That means a lot, mate. But yeah, I hope they go well this weekend. I'm pretty confident in Rosehill and Sydney. And then hopefully when I do the form for Morfordville, I'll have more of an analysis and more of an idea of who I like. I'll just have a look now. I'll just go and I'll go onto where I do my form, and I'll just have a look quickly. Don't want to hold anybody up because people have probably better things to do than watch me waffle on about this. But I'll just have a quick look at the races for tomorrow at Belmont and Morfordville, the ones I've missed, of course. So let me have a look. Jeez, incredibly. Okay. So tomorrow, no white flag, Belmont. I reckon that he'll be hard to beat. Very, very hard to beat. No white flag. Oh, okay. That's actually changed. Heavy 8 Belmont is now. Wasn't expecting heavy 8 for Belmont. So if I'm going to go off what they did last week, they abandoned Belmont. But I hope not, because I would be keen on a couple. Let me check the first. Black Fantasy looks pretty good. For Lucy Warwick, rode it last start in Bolton. It's had a good win. It's past 2. Probably look. I'm even not going to be looking at it because I don't want to be giving you false opinion. Like when I give a tip, I want to be confident and have the backing of my knowledge behind it. So I don't want to go off and do that. But look, Black Fantasy is a good chance tomorrow. But yeah, tips for the rest of Morfordville and for Belmont will be up on my channel. I'll also will be up on the Twitter page when I finish. And I'll also put up Rosehill and Doomben as well, just in case you want to see them. Just have a list to follow for the day. You can always come back here and watch the replay of the live stream if you've missed it tonight. But I hope I get some winners, and let's have a great weekend, because it wasn't a bad weekend last weekend, but Caulfield was very skinny. But, Randwick was non-existent, and I got a couple of winners at Doomben, so I'm very happy about that. But I'll see you guys next week, because I want to continue to do live streams for around the country and just put up a video for my last week's winners. So just do last week's winners as the video, and then do a live stream on the Friday before the racing on the Saturday. And obviously the Melbourne previews aren't going to change, but for the big Group 1 races, I'm actually going to not do them. I'm not going to do them in my tips. I'm going to do them as a live preview for every Group 1 race, I promise, for Melbourne. I don't know if obviously Sydney's Group 1s are going to be in around the country anyway on the live streams anyway. But for the in-depth look of a Group 1, I'm going to do it on a live stream. So just to give you a bit more of an idea of that. And the first Group 1 is going to be Memsie Stakes Day. And like they say, spring is in the air. All the good horses are coming back now. We've got the Ori Star next weekend. Then we've got the PB Lawrence. So look, the good horses are coming back. I'm excited for spring. I've got my shirt on, so my lucky shirt, and I've got my lucky ring on as well. So let's get some winners, and I'll see you all next week for Around the Country episode 6. So yes, and before I go, I just wanted to say something else. That Bob Peters, look, he's got a phenomenal arsenal, and what a shame it was that Superstorm's not going to get his chance to run it again in Victoria for this spring because of some niggling issues that he's had. And I just want to say that he was a very good winner of the Cantal last year. I was on him that day. But I've got another exciting video coming up very, very soon. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but it's not going to be a review. It's not going to be a preview, and it's not going to be a live stream. So going to keep you on your toes about that, and that'll be coming very soon. I'm hoping to get that video out probably Tuesday, Monday next week. So coming around then. And of course, for the Group 1 racing I'm going to bring back the race calls for the Group 1s in the spring. But I hope you've enjoyed the first live stream. Let's do a lot more of them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.